Hi everyone, I'm Sophie Milburn, editor of the MSP Channel Insights portfolio, and today I'm joined by Robert from LapSafe. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself, kind of your background in tech, and a little bit about LapSafe as a company?
Yeah, morning, Sophie. My name's Rob Tanner. I work for LapSafe Self-Service Solutions. We're based in Colchester in Essex. We manufacture all of our products here in the UK, and we are specialists in designing, building, manufacturing, and developing smart locker systems and vending machines as well. And the idea behind the whole group of products is to automate access to assets within an organisation.
Perfect, great start, thank you. And LapSafe has just won one of our awards at the MSP Channel Awards evening for the AI and Automation Project of the Year for its AI-powered smart locker. So what does that recognition kind of mean for you, your business, your team, and your customers?
Absolutely. LapSafe are delighted to win any award. And I think this recognition for us is great for the company. From our internal development team, it's recognition that actually what they're looking into and developing is the right thing and what our customer wants. From our staff and teams, it reinforces the messaging that we're sending out and talking to customers about. And from our customers, it gives them additional functionality to enhance offerings that they're already doing.
Fantastic. And what do you believe kind of truly differentiates the AI Smart Locker from other AI automation projects in the market and kind of helps you secure that win, do you think?
LapSafe, again, it comes back to our in-house development team from that side. We, as far as we were aware, we were one of the first in the world to include an AI camera into the smart locker system. Traditional locker systems rely heavily on an element of trust that someone has put the right item in there, and we're able to, using the AI camera, we're able to provide evidence and proactive notifications that an event that the company needs has happened.
Amazing. And I can kind of imagine that AI does play a massive role in this. So obviously with automation, proactive insights, asset lifestyle management, and all those things within the locker. So could you maybe share a real world example of AI solving a problem that previously would have required kind of manual intervention from the team?
Yeah, a really good example of that is the drop-off process. And what we mean by the drop-off process is effectively someone putting something into the locker bay. So a real-world example of that is someone leaving the organization. And traditionally, they would take their equipment, they'd open the door, enter their PIN code to open the door, put their item into the bay, shut the door, and off they go. And there's no evidence of actually what's been put into, are they the right items that have been put into the locker bay?
Right.
Adding in the AI camera gives instant evidence to the management team that they've put the right item in there, and also enables the ongoing search. If they haven't put the right items in there, they know then to chase for those assets as well. So we're really enhancing that end of life process for a leaver.
I love that because I always hear obviously kind of the more abstract how AI is helping, but I do like to see it in practice with real world examples. So that's really, really helpful. And then looking more kind of closely into MSPs, the MSP community faces, growing pressure to deliver efficiency, kind of reduce operational burden and enhance service delivery. So how does
Yep.
the AI Smart Locker specifically empower MSPs to meet those challenges?
Good question. We've been working with MSPs now for over a decade in terms of these kind of services. And what we've seen is the AI camera and the smart lockers in general enable MSPs to offer a more efficient service at a cheaper cost and with a significantly smaller SLA. So by storing kit in our lockers on site, they're able to deploy it instantly, meaning that when they get a ticket from a user, they can replace that device instantly rather than having to wait for a delivery to a location, or in the previous case, send a courier on site as an urgent single-use courier. And we've really helped create efficiencies, provide a greener and more environmentally friendly message that we don't need to do these last-minute urgent journeys, simply issue a code and then collect the broken equipment during a planned visit to the site.
Right. And you have definitely touched on my next question a little bit with things like cost reduction and whatnot, but I'll ask it anyway so you can plug even further with what measurable outcomes or kind of benefits have organizations seen since deploying the AI Smart Locker, whether that is kind of the time savings, cost reduction, improved support experience, or sustainability, which you did also mention there.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Sorry, I covered a couple of questions
Get ahead of
there.
the game.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I think all the efficiencies you've mentioned there of returning staff back to work in a quicker time frame, reducing any SLAs, closing tickets quicker, saving staff time. We have one NHS organisation who are saving thousands of hours each year in staff time by using smart lockers to get them back to work quicker from multiple locations rather than a single site. So there are a whole plethora of efficiencies and savings available. They could be different for each customer.
Yeah, and was there anything kind of different from what you expected it to be when you went into the process, or anything you kind of maybe discovered along the way during the development or deployment that maybe kind of changed the way that you think about automation, or yeah, just the way that you maybe would have done it differently if you were to do it again?
Short answer, no. I think we covered off a lot of the development internally. It's a lengthy process, and we look into every kind of, or as many angles as we can of that development. Of course, there'll always be surprises, but I think we've ended up with a solution that we wanted and that hopefully benefits our customer as well.
So looking into the future, how do you see LapSafe's technology evolving to support MSPs and adapting to changing customer needs, smarter asset management and maybe the next wave of digital transformation? What's kind of coming up?
Again, we come back to our development team. We're constantly coming up with new ideas. At the heart of everything is an Arc and cloud-hosted software. For us, that's the environment that I think organizations will use moving forwards to add additional hardware solutions. They will take many different forms. So watch this space for new solutions from LapSafe that integrate with our Arc and software. Start with your lockers and your vending machines. They're already available from us. We'll be adding new hardware to that Arc instance very soon.
Fantastic. Well, watch this space. I'm definitely excited to see what you do. And yeah, thank you so much for your time today.
No worries. Nice to meet you. Thank you, Sophie.